Hi, everybody. It's Carol, and I'm back with a journal cover share. Um, I'm going to show you how I cover. I'm making a journal cover, and I'm using my dog food bag. This is the food that we give to our 5-year-old Shih Tzu, Dr. Marty, and it's just a regular soft bag, and she gets Dr. Marty's food, and this is not sponsored by Dr. Marty or anything. I'm just showing you how I use whatever to make a journal cover. I'll use old books, I'll use Amazon packaging, and I've used coffee packaging. And this particular one, I'm using her dog food packaging. And I did some of the work this morning, and what I did was I have the spine reinforced with chipboard. It's not a thick chipboard, it's kind of a thin chipboard. And I have Tim Holtz cardstock on the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with the Tim Holtz material. Let's see, that's upside down. So this is the material that I'm going to use to cover it. And then what I'll do is I'll put the material down first. And what I'm going to do is glue it on there. And then I'm going to reinforce the sides with more Tim Holtz cardstock. And then I will put muslin to cover up the spine so you don't see the chipboard. And the chipboard is in there pretty good. On the outside, I have another piece of chipboard, and I have muslin on top of that. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's pretty strong. This is how I reinforce it when I use my coffee packaging or my dog food packaging. People use cereal boxes, anything you can always use to make a journal. So let's get started, and I'm going to glue. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue, and let's see if I'll get this as straight as I can. And first I will glue the cover onto the material, and then I'll work on the inside. Hope I'm in frame. So what I usually do is I'm just not sure what side I'll get started on. I hope my arm is not in the way and you can see what I'm doing. But I'm almost 3/4 finished with my glue, so it's not going to come out too easily. And I go right over the muslin here. There's quite a few steps, but it's a pretty easy project. Okay, let me this is probably not the easiest method, but it works pretty good for me. This is how I usually do it. when I don't have my dry wipe with me. Oh boy. Not a problem. Not a problem. And my glue is running down my bottle because I didn't close it up. And there's so many different ways that crafters make their journals. This is probably not the best way, but it works for me. I usually do little sections at a time. I don't put all the glue on it first because I don't want it to dry. First part of it that I start. And the material is a little wrinkled from when I had it folded, but it doesn't matter because when you put it together and stretch the material, all the creases come out. Want to make sure I get it, all the glue, the material tucked in over here. Use my old Amazon card. This food is very good for our Shih Tzu, by the way. When our dog Stella was younger, she had stomach issues, intestinal issues, and just trying to find a food for her. You know, the vet gives you, golly, I forgot the name of because we went through a couple of different products, and then I found Dr. Marty. It's online, I have to order it, and it's freeze-dried raw food. But it works so good for her. She was a little overweight from everybody feeding her a lot of snacks, and it gives her, this food gives her a lot of energy, and she's doing really well. She's doing really well on it. No more stomach issues. Okay. Let me cover this. Okay. So I'll put the, what I'll do is I'll angle the material at the corners. And I'll bring up the sides and the bottom and the top. And let's see. Okay, I'll start down here. Hopefully I'll just go right across. I should have started the new bottle. I just love Fabri-Tac when especially when you're working with the fabric. just takes a second to hold. To grab and hold. Okay, let's turn it around and get the top. Oh, I wonder if I should. You know, I'll do the. Okay. Let's get this bottom or top tucked up. My fingers are getting all gluey. And I love the way Tim Holtz fabric phrase. Okay, let's see. This is always tricky, trying to, and I'm sure there's an easier way of tucking that in. Hope I'm not blocking your view. If anybody knows a better way of holding these corners, just leave me a comment. I just find it, I just have to tuck it in a few places so it wraps around that corners. But that's okay because it's going to be covered with cardstock again, right over the cardstock that I have here. Okay, one side is finished. Could probably put a little more glue down here. Oh, I should have brought a new bottle. Brought the new bottle out. I do have one. Okay, let's get this glued. tucked in. Boy, I need 10 more fingers. 10 more fingers to hold. Oh, look at that, I have glue all over my fingers. Now what I'm going to do is, I already have my cardstock cut out, and this will cover that, and then I'll put my muslin on top of that. Okay. Here's another filled bottle. Ugh. Oh boy, I have glue webs all over me. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start with putting it on here first. Let me get that seepage off there. I'm going to put glue on the first, on the top half. Well, actually I'll do it on the whole card. I just have to move fast. But that's okay because this glue gives you a bit of time to get your paper down and okay, that looks good. Okay, that's one half. It's nice not having to struggle with the glue bottle. But usually when you get down towards the bottom, oh, you'll always have the problem of squeezing it out. This is just kind of little squeeze and it's flowing. And that's what us crafters love, when our glue is flowing good and it's not getting stuck in the cap or the nozzle. Okay. I love Tim Holtz material, paper, whatever. I just love this style. Okay, we're almost finished. Okay, and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna glue the middle and in between the chipboard, but I'm gonna let the material, the muslin, hang loose a little bit. I don't want to glue it all down, but I'll just go over the cardstock here because we don't want that to show. Just had to move it over a little bit. There, that looks like it's even. Even Steven. My Amazon card. See, I like when the material is open on the sides. I want to make sure that this hair is glued all the way to the top. There. So there you have it. This is made out of my dog food packaging, and it is 8.5 by 7.5. And I'll probably get 2 signatures in here. The spine is an inch. It's an inch wide, so I could get 2, possibly 3, but I'll just do 2 so that I can make it chunky, make the journal chunky, and there you have it. There's my dog food journal cover. Thank you so much for coming along and crafting with me. Hope you have a good day and talk soon. Bye-bye.